Hello! If you clicked on this video, then congratulations, you are officially interested in Minecraft Boogie% Set Seed 1.15.2. I'll be your guide today, Polybrow, and I will show you the ropes of this category and what we currently have sussed out for what is the best method of going about it. So about 10 months ago, I sort of started speedrunning this joke category of mine called Boogie% in Minecraft, where you had to make a parrot dance to a music disc as fast as you can. In a random seed run of this, you would just find a diamond somehow for a jukebox, find a disc somehow, may it be through a dungeon or through getting a skeleton to shoot a creeper, which is quite hard to do, but it's probably the most favourable method, and then stumbling across a jungle, finding a parrot, taming it with seeds, and making it dance. The recorded world record that I did about 10 months ago is about 42 minutes. There's been utterings of a lower one around the 20-minute mark, but I don't believe it for 1 second. But recently, I was reminded that I went searching for a set seed category around the time 1.15.2 was still relevant, I suppose, before 1.16. And I found a seed that was the best one to use. And I'm going to be giving a little demonstration of it today, showing how it's ran. Sort of getting the ropes as such. I want to make sure that it's informative and demonstrates sort of how quickly you can do this, any other optimizations that can be done, and then afterwards I'll have a little discussion about other better seeds that we could find and strategies for other worlds, other versions and stuff like that. Anyway, enough rambling. Been rambling for too long. Seed itself is 298 774 690 280 4510578. I've probably read that out wrong, so it's going to be in the description. It's on the screen right now. Let's put it into here. Usual speedrun.com glitchless categories apply. No creative, world type default, no cheats, all that stuff. Whatever the rules are, no cheating, basically. Don't cheat. So we've got the world here. We'll spawn in and we'll just get right into it then, shall we? So I'll just narrate over this run, basically. What happens in the run. Takes a while for me to load in because my computer runs like a donkey with 3 legs. Anyway, we load in here, and as you see, we spawn on the edge of an acacia, on the edge of a forest. I point to the north because I'm like, we need to go over there. There's a village over in that direction as well. It's a good spawn, but definitely don't want to spend too much time around this spawn. Going to want to grab some logs. Ideally, you want to grab 5 because you need enough to craft a crafting table, some sticks, a pickaxe, a wooden pickaxe, and later a stone pickaxe if you want one. Maybe grab some more if you want to grab an axe as well for combat, and then leave aside some planks for a jukebox later on. See me here crafting some sticks. I'll leave some aside for a stone pick, grab myself a wooden one. Doesn't really make much of a difference, I suppose, unless you're really trying to save a lot of time. Would definitely recommend crafting a weapon because where we're about to go can be very deadly. Now here's me trying to find the coordinates 264 on the X and 113 on the Z. I struggle because I'm bad at direction. But basically here you're going to want to mine down, and you'll actually find a dungeon, a spider dungeon specifically. I nearly die in it, but we'll talk about that later. Because in this dungeon, of course, you can find a disc, and in this one specifically, we find the disc cat, which allows us to, cut out the whole trying to kill a creeper with a skeleton thing. Definitely the more favourable way of finding a disc in these types of runs. So I just mine straight down here. I get enough stone for a stone pick. Saves a bit of time. Probably not a very important time save, especially this early on in sort of the history of the run. It's probably better to just stick with the wooden one. Maybe use it to make a stone axe for combat because you're willing to fight off some spiders. Unless you want to go in, sort of YOLO. But as you see here, I try and take down the spawner. It takes me a while. And I just get, bombarded by these 2 spiders. It's horrible. It's vicious. Quite sad, actually, watching someone fight off 2 spiders with a stone pickaxe. You can see me go down to 1.5 hearts here. Barely survive. Get the disc, and then I need to sort of feel my way out of the area. It's quite hard to see in this darkness. But yeah, I sort of ideally you'd probably mine down in the center of the room, land on top of the spawner, so then it's easier to find the exit. Here I'm a few blocks short as a result of, you know, feeling my way around, so I have to use my reserve that was meant for my jukebox with the wood planks to get out, so I need to waste some time mining some more wood, which probably isn't the best thing to do in this case. Ideally, you don't want to waste time getting more wood. As you can see me here punching grass to get seeds. You need a lot of seeds in some cases to get parrots. You can either do it in 4, but my friend Chaos, he did this run as per my recommendation on stream a few days ago, and on one of the attempts he was able to get a parrot in 4 seeds, which is very lucky, but in some cases it takes up to like 40 or 50 seeds, so you see me here getting, you know, what I thought was enough. Over the course of this I get about 30 or 40. I needed a lot more in the end, but we won't talk about that just yet. But anyway, as you can see, I'm going north here. There's a village over here. That's not the only reason. The jungle's in this direction, and even more importantly, there's a jungle temple. The coordinates 272 -688, and I'm walking over there because it has a diamond. It has 4 diamonds in the chest actually, but we only need 1. And we need that, of course, to make the jukebox, and of course nearby there'll be parrots. But in this village there's hay bales, so I'm able to quickly get some food to deal with that problem. Which, you know, it's unfortunate. Ideally you don't need to get all this food. Ideally you don't take any damage. You're just able to get through the run without needing to worry about food. Don't know why I stood on top of my crafting bench. It's just a weird thing. But we break that, and I believe the jungle's in, you know, render distance. We don't want to enter it just yet. It's better to just keep them going in a straight line and across this here desert. And then there's a savanna biome as well. Past the desert we can get a few more seeds. As you can see, I'm probably a bit short on the seed count. Basically any grass in your path, you just want to punch and get seeds, and provided you get good RNG, you just get a bunch of seeds early on. Don't need to worry about it. I mean, provided you get good RNG, you just don't need to get a bunch of seeds, and you're just able to breeze straight through, get the parrots in about like a few seeds, and not waste about 50 seeds on it. But yeah, we just walk through here. We get to the savannah. If you need any spare wood, here's where you get it. But yeah, once we get through here, we're basically at the jungle, and a few blocks into the jungle, you end up with the temple. After a while, I'm just punching more grass here. Not getting a lot. I think I get quite a lot in like a short burst in a bit. I'm not punching as much grass as I should. But see, there's a few I'm missing. I fall into a hole here, which is stupid. I'm punching a lot. Still not getting a lot of seeds. Well, eventually, yeah, we got a bunch there. Get a bit of lag. Oh dear, that wasn't good. But then we get to here. Get to the jungle, jump through some trees, and eventually we end up at the temple, which we see in a minute. There we go. You can just mine sort of through the entrance or through the window here, and then the actual chest itself is just beside here. You need to jump in, grab 1 diamond, get out with a cobble, and craft the jukebox basically. Once you do that, you don't need to do any more crafting unless you desperately need something, and then you just need to continue heading north. I believe there's like a easily accessible parrot spawn, because I know all passive mob spawns are like in the same place, which is good for food as well. If you are really low on hunger before you get to the village, I believe there's like at least a cow and maybe some pigs nearby. This is me trying to find my bearings. I go north, and it's just over a hill, just over here. I'm looking around to see if there's any parrots I would have missed, but just over this next hill here, there's a parrot. I think the colour changes. I don't think it's a fixed colour. I believe the colour can actually change, which is quite cool. Here's me trying to organise my inventory. Not good at inventory management, especially on a speed run. And there's the parrot right there. This one's blue, which is cool. And here's me unloading all my seed into it. That sounds really bad out of context. I waste 30 seeds on it, isn't tamed. The rate at which you can tame parrots is horrible. Here's me throwing 1 more seed into it, hoping it works. I think I need about another 10 seeds or so before I get it to work. I think it's probably a range of like 4 to 40. I'm not sure. You'll need to check on the wiki, but it's far too many. You know, it's unfortunate. You know, provided you do enough preparation in the early part of the run and you gather enough seeds as you're running, you don't need to deal with what I'm dealing with. I actually get worried in a minute that I'm going to stray too far, lose the parrot and lose the jukebox. So I'll go back to grab the jukebox in a minute. The parrot still isn't budging. Budging, the puns. What puns? It's a faff. It's just a faff, this part of it. Especially if you're doing like a random seed and you take so long to get into the jungle only for the parrot to just not want to listen. But yeah, the jungle can be the most difficult part after the disc. If the disc and the diamond are easy to get, the jungle can be a faff. And then I get it here. I sort of stutter a bit, play the disc, and he boogies. And that's the run. I believe we did it in about 8 minutes, 40 seconds. I'm pointing at the sun there because I'm like, you can get it done in less than a Minecraft day. Probably if you play your cards right, you can get it done in. I'd say you can probably wiggle it down to about 7 or 6 minutes, maybe half a day, like 5 minutes if you're lucky. Because there's a lot of things I did then that you probably didn't need to do or don't need to do, such as wasting time with more seeds, such as trying to fight off the spiders. If you're in and out, you can probably get it done really quickly. Maybe if you mine down next to the dungeon, you should be able to sort of get the chest without being noticed and then get straight out, as opposed to mining down directly into the center of the action. Of course, not taking any damage is ideal. You don't need to waste time getting food. Eating slows you down. Better navigation as well, not falling into holes. You know, probably having a bit better inventory management for if you need to traverse any terrain. Very like small things that can add up in the long run. And of course, the parrot. If the parrot's good to you, then that's fine. And if you're quicker to the draw with the disc as well, I wasn't very quick. But again, which ties in with inventory management. That's really going to benefit you in the long run. In terms of a better seed that could be found, I would say a seed where you spawn within a village with a blacksmith's would be good, because you could find a diamond there, and then either a dungeon nearby, or in the case of 1.16, if you have like either a nearby ruined portal, or say if you got really lucky and you got a bunch of obsidian in the blacksmith's chest, you could craft a portal, hopefully find a bastion nearby, and hopefully get pig step. Ideally you like spawn directly into it, next to a chest, open it, find pig step, and get yourself out of there. You could probably find a seed like that. I think there's definitely, you know, advancements in seed finding technologies as of recent, especially with the endeavors to find like the title screen seed and stuff like that. But you could probably find a good seed for that, and of course find a jungle nearby. Basically, you want to find a seed where everything's even closer together. This one's good because it's about 800 blocks from each other. You spend more time traveling than anything though. Everything else is just a case of doing things fast and optimally and not dying in the process, such as with the spawners. But yeah, that's about it. I don't know why I'm swimming off to the beach here. Hopefully this sort of got you interested in this sort of jokey run, made you realise how quickly it can be done and how, you know, the potential for it. I would also recommend doing the random seed, because that can also be interesting. Don't know why I'm punching too. But that can be a very interesting run as well. Very RNG heavy, especially with biomes, and you know, it can be dangerous and difficult with the getting the discs by means of chopping a creeper and getting a skeleton to shoot it. There's a lot to do with that. I might release a video on how to do random seed. I did do a video about 10 months ago talking about it, but it's a bit dated. I would recommend, you know, just experimenting yourself, trying your own tactics. You never know what you'll find. Best of luck with your speedrunning endeavours. I'll see you all soon. Keep boogieing.